Hi, I'm Gerald Kostica, and today we'll be discussing the do's and don'ts of traveling with your machine. If you're going to be going any place after you've been drinking this water for even just a few months, you will want to bring your machine with you. Being without your water for even a couple of days is agonizing, so you won't want to do that. But traveling with your machine, you should take a couple things into consideration and make sure that you are getting the most out of your machine when you're traveling. Now, the first thing you want to do is have as many adapters as possible. There's two main adapters that I recommend. One is called a Brascraft 0018 dishwasher aerator adapter. This is like a universal adapter that can be used almost any place. It's my go-to. There's also another one. It is a rubber sleeve adapter that literally goes right over the head of the faucet and tightens down with a screwdriver. Between those two adapters, I think it'll probably take care of 99.9% of the faucets that you'll run into. When you're going to be traveling with your machine, there's a few things to make sure you do ahead of time before you pack it up. The first thing you want to do is try to drain as much water out of the machine as possible. You do not want any residual water in the machine for a couple of reasons. One is that it can actually leak into the inside of the machine and affect the electronics inside. And two, if you're traveling like on an airplane, it can look kind of weird going through the X-ray machine. You have to remember, it's a small, compact piece of equipment, and when you see it with a X-ray and there's liquid inside, there's a real solid looking piece that's the plates with all these wires and then liquid. So you want to make sure you have as much liquid out as possible, just so you don't get harassed and bothered by TSA, especially if you're flying. If you are flying though, one of the things that I recommend you do is have one of the Enagic product brochures inside of your case so that it's very easy to just open it up and show the TSA exactly what this is, okay? Now, in addition to draining out as much water as possible, there's two other things that you want to do. One is you want to remove the enhancer tank. Now, if you need to make 2.5 pH water or 11.5 pH water while you are at your destination, then still bring this with you, but bring a bottle of the enhancer fluid. Don't have the enhancer fluid in this tank while you're transporting it. It can leak. The top is not, the top comes off very easily, so the liquid can leak, and again, if it leaks inside of there and causes damage to the electronics, that's an $800 fix, not covered by warranty, okay? The other thing you want to do is remove the internal filter from the machine, put it in a Ziploc baggie, and then just put it back into, don't try to attach it with the Ziploc baggie on, but just put it back into that housing where the filter goes. That way you won't have any water that might be leaking or might be residual from the filter, again, damaging the internal components of the machine. Those are really the biggest things about actually traveling with your machine. If you're going to be traveling, I highly recommend that you invest in your investment by getting yourself one of these cases from Kangen cases. These are TSA approved for both carry-on and checked luggage. I've done both myself in my travels. They are fantastic. They're hard shell. They protect your machine. They're custom inserts on the inside that actually fit the machine perfectly, so your machine's not going to move around and possibly get damaged in transit. Also, you want to make sure that you keep your machine upright as much as possible, and that's what this will do. This will keep it upright if you've got it like this. Now, if you're going to be traveling, it's just going to be like a day trip. You might not want to take your entire machine and take it apart and take it to the place. What you can do instead is get a couple of the water bags like this from Enagic. You just simply fill them up. They're about a gallon, well, they're 5 liters, so it's a little bit over a gallon. All you have to do is fill these bags up. As you deplete it, they become smaller and smaller and smaller. When you're all done, you can literally just take the empty bag and fold it up and put it into your glove compartment. So it makes the storage afterwards much easier, and these are super durable, and I really highly recommend you get yourself at least a couple. The handle really makes it convenient for carrying it around and bringing it to the car. So those are just a couple of the tips for traveling. I hope they help. This brings us to the end of our episode. I hope you enjoyed our topic and that you found the information useful. Be sure to check out our video library for other helpful hints as you discover the incredible ways that changing your water can change your life. Until next time, be informed, be prepared, and be inspired.